You feel that cold pit in your stomach. The suspicion that your wife, the woman you built a life with, is hiding something big. You've noticed the phone glued to her hand, the late nights, the sudden shift in her mood. You want to know the truth. You need proof. But every move you make, every question you ask, just makes her angry and defensive. Today, we are going to show you how to see the absolute truth, the cold, hard evidence, without ever giving her a hint that you are looking. This isn't about setting up spy cameras or tracking apps. That's the low-value approach. This is about reading the silent, psychological signals of betrayal she cannot control, seeing the cracks in her emotional armor, and using the truth to reclaim your power. You will learn to catch her not by playing detective, but by becoming the man whose unshakable frame makes her confession inevitable. You've been married for years. You trust her. You love her. You never thought you'd be here, watching the woman who promised forever turn into a stranger who hides her phone under the pillow. You ask yourself, how do I find out without blowing up my life? How do I get the evidence I need without becoming the crazy, jealous husband? The uncomfortable truth that most men miss is this: you don't catch a cheating wife with technology. You catch her by reading the psychological signals her guilt forces her to transmit. Her betrayal isn't just a physical act. It's a deep psychological shift that she cannot completely hide. The guilt, the effort to lie, the need to justify her actions, all of this shows up in her behavior long before you ever find a suspicious text message. The moment you stop focusing on her phone and start focusing on her frame, the truth will become impossible for her to hide. The problem is that when you approach her with suspicion, she runs a defense pattern called gaslighting. She makes you feel crazy and you back off. We are going to teach you how to see the truth without giving her a chance to run that defense. This is about quietly collecting the psychological evidence you need to walk away with your head held high and your power intact. If you are tired of living in doubt, tired of being lied to, and ready to learn the cold, hard truths about deception and how to protect your emotional world, then you need to be part of this community. We expose the dark truths that mainstream society ignores. Hit that subscribe button right now and commit to learning the truth about your own worth. The first psychological sign men always miss is the hyper-focus on privacy, the phone shield. The most immediate and obvious sign of betrayal is the change in her relationship with her phone. Before the cheating, her phone was just a tool. It was left face up on the table. The passcode was obvious, and you might occasionally grab it to check the time. Now the phone is an extension of her body. It is always face down. It goes to the bathroom with her. There is a new, complex passcode. If you ask about it, she gets instantly defensive and angry. This isn't just about privacy. It's about building a fortress around her secret. Look at Daniel. Daniel's wife, Maria, used to leave her laptop open all the time. But when she started having an affair, she put a fingerprint lock on her computer and started deleting her browsing history every single night. Daniel was confused, but he didn't want to seem jealous, so he said nothing. He lost because he allowed her to build the fortress without challenge, giving her the emotional safety to continue her betrayal. Your job isn't to ask for the passcode. Your job is to observe the shift in her behavior. When a woman's phone becomes a sacred, secret object, she is signaling one thing. She is actively managing a life you are not a part of. She is protecting her betrayal. And your awareness of this shift is the first piece of undeniable, quiet evidence you need. The second psychological sign is the shift from love to contempt, the emotional wall. When a woman is actively cheating, her brain needs to find a way to justify her actions. Her loyalty to you starts to break, so she starts building an emotional wall. She stops treating you with respect. She finds fault in everything you do. Your jokes aren't funny anymore. The way you chew is annoying. She talks down to you or dismisses your concerns. This is not about you suddenly becoming a bad husband. This is her subconscious devaluing you to make the betrayal feel less wrong. If she can convince herself that you are a bad husband, a weak man, or a failure, then cheating feels like an escape, not a betrayal. Think about Alex. Alex's wife Sarah started cheating with a coworker. Alex noticed Sarah suddenly became extremely critical. "You're so lazy. Why don't you have more ambition?" she'd snap. Alex, being the good guy, tried harder to please her. But the more he tried, the more contempt she showed. He found out about the affair later, but his loss of frame was clear. He allowed her disrespect to continue while he chased her approval. But then there's a man like Victor. Victor saw his wife's criticism starting. When she snapped at him about his job, he calmly and confidently replied, "Your contempt doesn't affect my opinion of myself. We can talk when you can speak respectfully." He walked away and focused on his business. He didn't chase her. He didn't beg. He won because he used her disrespect as the quiet evidence that his investment should be pulled. He caught her by recognizing the contempt as a symptom of her disloyalty, and he protected his self-respect first. This contempt is the most painful but the most undeniable proof that her emotional contract with you is broken. It's a signal she can't hide, even if her alibis are perfect. If you are recognizing these dark patterns right now, don't ignore that feeling in your gut. This is the time to gather the knowledge you need to take back your life. Do yourself a favor and subscribe right now, because the next steps I'm going to give you will determine whether you reclaim your power or lose your mind. The third psychological sign is the gaslight trap, distorting your reality. The biggest manipulation a cheating wife uses is gaslighting. This is when she makes you doubt your own eyes and your own mind. If you ask about her late night, she doesn't just lie, she makes you the bad guy. "Why are you so obsessed? I'm starting to worry about your jealousy." This is the final shield of betrayal. Her goal is to keep you chasing your own tail. Look at James. James's wife Tina was constantly leaving the house with vague excuses. When James finally confronted her with a simple question, "I noticed you're out every Tuesday night. What's going on?" Tina didn't answer. Instead, she started crying, accusing him of being an emotionally abusive partner who wouldn't let her have any freedom. Tina was actively cheating, but she had rehearsed this performance. James backed down, apologized for making her cry, and started seeing a therapist for his jealousy. He lost because he allowed her to swap the roles. She became the victim and he became the villain, ensuring the affair could continue. You catch her without her knowing by refusing to play the game. When she gaslights you, you don't argue and you don't apologize. You state your truth calmly. "I am not jealous. I am observing facts. Your reaction tells me everything I need to know about your commitment to honesty." Then you walk away. You don't need her to confess. You only need to know that your frame, your internal strength, and belief in your reality is stronger than her lie. You are catching her by making her manipulation useless. This is the ultimate truth. You don't need to check her phone to catch her. You catch her by seeing the massive shift in her respect, her communication, and her behavior. You catch her by realizing that your internal strength is the only proof you need. The moment you see the contempt and the gaslighting, you have all the evidence required to protect your financial and emotional future. Your goal is not to prove her guilty. Your goal is to reclaim your power and move on with your life. You catch her not for revenge, but for the documentation and the clear conscience to leave the broken contract. Now, I have a very serious question for you that requires an honest answer. If finding proof is the only thing stopping you from walking away from a relationship where your wife already shows you daily disrespect and contempt, what are you truly afraid of losing? The wife who loves you, or the comfortable fantasy you're clinging to? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below right now. Tell me your honest opinion about that fear and how it holds men back. Your experience and your thoughts help all the men here understand